What's up, everybody? It's Rogue Jedi Gaming here, and I know it's a year early, still another year away before we get the release of the next installment to the BattleFront series. But I feel like I wanted to talk about it now because I feel that they can improve where this game, the first Battlefront, fell off at. Now, don't get me wrong, I grew to love Star Wars Battlefront. I was iffy on how it was initially, a lot of stuff was cut, and I can explain why I think a lot of stuff was cut, because sometimes fans, and fans can admit this, fans get impatient for their games, and they really do. I think if this game would have given a few more months, they would have had more content in it than its initial release, because I still don't agree it was worth $60. I still only believe that it's worth maybe 40 bucks at the max. And then the expansions are coming out, but the expansions are what's making me enjoy it, because I was almost getting ticked off. And then as the expansions came out, I started to get more immersed back into the Star Wars experience with this Battlefront. But let me talk about Battlefront 2 and where the other one can do better than this one. Let me get this out the way. I feel that the graphics can, if they can improve the graphics, great, but I still feel the graphics for this Battlefront are the best I've ever seen in a Star Wars game. Either, if you're unable to improve the graphics for the next game, or at least make them slightly better, at least stay with this engine for this game. It works, it's good, and it's on its own. Now, what I think they should need to do is, they need to bring in all eras of Star Wars. And what do I mean by all eras? Where this Battlefront focuses on the Galactic Civil War, the original trilogy era only, such as all the content that's in this game is original trilogy era, plus the final expansion pack has been announced to be Rogue One, but a Rogue One still fits in the Galactic Civil War, Empire vs. Rebels, so it still counts. But it's still new content we haven't seen before, so I'm looking forward to that. But give us the Clone Wars. I know a lot of people don't like the prequel trilogy, but, the Clone Wars cartoon and everything was great about that show. Bring back the Clone Wars, at least not for story mode. Just give us Clone Wars maps, Clone Wars battles, so we can, have every era have the prequel trilogy, original trilogy, and they said that the game will be focusing on also the new trilogy. So, kudos, that's right there. I like that. I want to see new Star Wars world content. The First Order, the First Order Stormtroopers, the Clone Troopers, battle droids, especially the EA and DICE have they have the great sound effects department. Can you just imagine that? Now, with Death Star DLC, they're bringing space battles back. But you know what? For the next game, give us a full-fledged space battles mode. Space battles mode would be amazing, where you can just like in the original Battlefront 2, it was kind of like capital ships, where you take down enemy ships, then you can land into the enemy cruiser and destroy their ship from the inside out. That would be amazing. That's what I used to do back in Battlefront 2. Even when I would just play against, back when you would have to use LAN cables to plug it to the PlayStation or the Xbox to play Battlefront 2 online. I would just play one player, and I would still get the experience from galactic space battles. That right there was incredible. Also have ground to air, like ground to space, like have a conquest battle going on in the ground. Have a team of players, up the player count. Have 32 players fighting in space and 32 on the ground, which would make sense. That means you can have 32 people taking the fight to space, but they can go from ground to air, taking objective control points. For example, have your space battle happening. Then if players want to go to the ground to take a ship, transition right to the ground, and then take the fight there. That would work. That would be one of the best ways to fully immerse people, and also keep the heroes around, obviously. Keep the heroes for that mode, too. If you play as a hero in their spaceship, the moment you land on the ground, you can play as the hero on the ground for as long as possible, or at least until you die. I mean, that's one thing they should do, is redo the space battles, bring the space battles back. And the next part I want to talk about is bring back Galactic Conquest. Galactic Conquest was like a strategy-based mode. It was like a combination between strategy, capture the flag, and conquest. that would be amazing, especially if you enabled co-op play or multiplayer play. It would be a great mode to have with all the planets, all the abilities, all the turn-based system. It would break up just going into matches. It really would. Now, one of the biggest debates people want, debating whether they wanted single player for the game or not. Yes, bring more single player content, because what if your internet's not working and you just want to play single player Star Wars content? You can have that. Enable a story mode, but yes, give us an original story. Give us an original, like, they said it'll still be a Empire versus Rebel story. It might focus on the Twilight Company book, the book based on Battlefront. I don't know, but any story would be good. And the cutscenes for DICE, what they did with even the little opening cinematics to survival mode, it was great, and I really enjoy them. Imagine just a full-fledged story. Also, heroes from all the eras, but balance them, such as original trilogy heroes, which we have for this game right now, which I'm happy about, but bring them back. Don't break them off into DLCs again, just bring them all back. Give us Clone Wars characters, Clone Wars heroes, Force Awakens heroes as well. I really would enjoy that. That would really up the scale of this new Battlefront. I'm going to pick it up when it comes out. I really hope that Battlefront 2 just really improves the mechanics, because this Battlefront, it's a good game. It laid the foundation for a Battlefront 2, because a sequel is where you can make your improvements. A sequel is where everything needs to be done right. So this has been Rogue Jedi Gaming, and I'm out of the